And then Trey, are you kind of anxious? I mean, it's obviously you've been through a lot, but to be ready to go to fall camp after what you guys have both been through in the last year, you got to be really anxious for tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely. It's been a tough time for sure, but at the end of the day, I feel like it's gotten better. You know, we've been putting the work in. You know, we've been very anxious, but shoot, we healthy now, so it's time to go
We clear. Let's win now.
for sure.
Are you? Do you both feel great? I mean, do you both feel fine?
Oh, yeah, y'all gonna see for sure. We ain't really gotta talk too much about that. For sure.
I guess for anybody, what is going to be different in the defense? And Coach talked a lot about the versatility and moving guys around and being able to do things. What's different this year defensively than what we saw last year?
Um, this year we just have a lot of depth, so we have opportunity when players get tired, bring somebody else in, and we have that trust on one another that no matter who's out there on the field, that who's out there at that time gonna get the job done. So I just like the depth that we have and the connection that we having, and we're gonna keep that throughout the whole camp, and it's gonna look good.
For mine. I guess the time away, what kind of things did you learn, as an observer, that you feel like is going to help you next year? I guess you can answer that one as well.
Most definitely.
Throughout the time I was down, I've learned a lot from like trying to be better like teammate, where it's like leadership role vocally. I've learned that you can't really talk to people the way you want. I feel like I live in the past, like back in the days where it was a hard nosed football, but like you got to be softer with guys because some are more sensitive in a sense.
For me, like I was telling them in the interview earlier, it's just from a standpoint of learning the game from the mental side. I feel like I've gotten way stronger. Sitting out the whole spring, I was able to stand by the coaches, be another coach and learn. Um, so that was something that I was able to pick up on. So now the game is a little bit more slowed down for me, even though this going into my fourth season. But the game is way slowed down because I'm able to be a student of the game.
For both Kendrick and Trey. Kendrick, as you mentioned, you're in a deeper secondary this year. Can you expand, I guess, a little bit more on that, both of you, about what your impressions are of some of the newcomers, both the first-year guys as well as the transfer portal guys?
As far as like the first year guys, like the dudes that's already been here, we just got smarter. We just we stayed in the playbook, extra film, just meeting with each other, so our knowledge of the game got better. And with the addition that we have, those are all players that have played before, played college football, got their feet wet a little. So we trust them as well, and we've been helping them along the way with the playbook. So just a bunch of building chemistry and just make sure we all on the same page. That's been our main focus.
Yeah, to piggyback off that, you really said it all. But the main thing is just building that chemistry. Being able to play all together. So going into the fall right now, that's when that chemistry is gonna be built. Cause we haven't all played together yet, but we've been learning the playbook together. But when we coming together on that, I feel like we gonna be a rolling train for real. For real, it's gonna be lovely.
Monty, I wonder if you could, back here, if you could elaborate a little bit about what you said about having to be a little more soft. Did you have a tendency to come on too strong with people?
Yeah, I'd say so because like some things that I mean good intentions, but like I'm like I have little man syndrome in a sense because I'm a smaller guy in the room. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Monty, Coach Brown said when Momo was on the field in the spring, the defense was different. What, with watching him and being around him, what's he like, and what's he going to bring to this defense?
A lot of physicality. He loves to stop the run. That's his favorite thing to do. Headbutt somebody and making a play. Momo's very physical. Yes, sir.
So,
I was wondering what you guys have seen from Jermaine coming into this new situation, and also coming off his injury, and Kei'Trel, I'm sorry, Kendrick, as someone who's transferred in. I was wondering if you or anyone else who's had that experience has offered him any advice.
When Jermaine was considering coming here, I gave him a call right away, and I just told him how I transferred here, and when I got here, I felt welcome, and I felt like it was home. And I told him he didn't have to feel out of place. He can come in and feel like this is his home as well. So I just made sure to know, you can have a tendency of being uncomfortable in a different situation, but he came in, he's comfortable, got a good relationship with his D-line and teammates. And so now that him being comfortable, it's going to be easier for him to go out there and practice and be comfortable as well.
Trey, you've watched from last year to the end of last year. You know what they had in the wide receiver room on the offense. There's a lot of new names over there. But as you saw through spring, what can we expect as far as from that group on the other side of the ball?
I think they're explosive. Forget out whatever articles say. I know what I seen from my personal eye. The guys like T. Huddy, D. Wig coming in, and some of the guys that's already been here, like Braden, coming back from his injury. And I just think we all, they just been grinding, and I just expect them to go into this year, blowing the numbers off the charts for sure. I'm excited to see it.
All right, guys, I have to ask you too. What's one song on your pregame playlist that you think would surprise people?
You got it, KB.
My song, I like Fantasia, When I See You.
What you got?
I don't really know. I like Young Thug, like his whole playlist. So I don't really know. Free Young Thug, by the way. Yeah.
For me, it's probably let's see. I'm gonna go with Mary J. Blige. My life.
Thanks, guys.
For sure.
Thank you.